Any other clues? Like there are purple and green mushrooms growing together in here. Is it a combination? Like, why are these so big? What am I missing? The purple glow makes the green ones grow? The ones further away are not as big as some of these. I mean, head back up there for a sec. Let's plant a glowing mushroom nearby. Like I said, I'm stumped. There's got to be something about that, though. There's got to be something about the green mushrooms. Like, I don't want to look up a spoiler, but there's nothing else that we could do down here. And it has a patch where you can plant mushrooms right underneath it. So what's the puzzle, right? So either that green mushroom up there needs more time, or we need to plant a purple nearby. Maybe we can plant this one a little closer than that last one that we planted. And then check back up on it next time. Which again will be like 36 days forward from here. So on Wednesday, if we check back in, we'll be down somewhere in the 260s for the number of days remaining. The other question is, do we move that little green mushroom up there at all or not? Can't pick up that coal while we're carrying a mushroom. Well, hopefully the longing has instilled some patience in you for your food strat. People say that certain games are like their Zen games that they go to. This game has to be a Zen game for you to enjoy, or rather, this game has to be one of your Zen games for you to enjoy playing through it. What else could there be? Surely the Hall of Eternity doesn't have some key item in it that you have to keep walking for a long time to get. Like, that would be a real dick move. Let's see if we can plant this near this so that it can, like, there's a patch here we can grow mushroom. Here we can grow mushroom. We can grow one here. This is probably where we want to do it. Eat. Yeah. So grow mushroom. It'll grow into a purple mushroom. I don't know if it'll glow. I don't think I've seen the ones growing out of the ground glowing. But I mean, all we can do is hope for that little green mushroom to get bigger. It's going to take another 100 days, 200 days. We have to try to get out of this place. There's no imperative rush right now. There is an imperative in general to figure out how to leave before the king wakes up. Honestly, it's our job to wake him up. So I'm just wondering, if we leave, if he'll never wake up. Or if he'll wake up, like, you know, 100 days later, just really, really pissed off that, like, his alarm clock ran away. If anyone's just tuning in, if you have any questions about this game, you want to know anything about it, just let me know. We are experiencing the longing in more ways than one. The poison mushroom too. Like, you can't carry any mushrooms down from here. We did find mushroom closer to the house, closer to our home. So now we're just gonna walk back. Man, I'm so disappointed to get up there and not see that mushroom grown. We're gonna walk down through the kingdom again, and we're going to go down to the Hall of Eternity, and we're gonna walk in it for a few minutes and see if we can pick up some new items. If we get some books, we'll see if we can take down under 300. That was our second goal for tonight for this, and we'll see if we can knock that out. Talk about this game being zen. That's the reason I'm here. Too much action on my end. Need something to chill with. You know, I might have to change it up, because originally, you know, the feeling for me at least was, let's play a game. I guess they do have a faint glow. The ones on the walls do. The original thinking for me was to have this, you know, zen experience with a lot going on out there, but now there's a lot less going on out there. So people might want to tune in for something more action-packed. But I'm glad you're enjoying it. Like, I'm really enjoying it too, for what it is. I'm enjoying the vacuum that it creates in my expectation and in my impatience, and then filling that space, which is all that we can hope for the Shade. Let's hope that he's able to fill that space. Yeah, the ones on the ground don't really look like they're glowing, but let's just assume, I guess, that they might be glowing a little bit. We're gonna let these keep growing too. Maybe they glow after a certain amount of time. That's the only other thing I could think of is, you know, we plant the purple mushroom next to the green mushroom, it gets a glow, and then it grows bigger. Which makes me kind of wish that I had done that last time. Then we might know by now. But also, we didn't pick the green mushrooms, so it's been there for at least 30-something days. Oh, we're losing our cool music. Back down into the less awesome caves. There really isn't a good shortcut down. I wish there were. Hey, Mr. V in Tennessee, thanks for the follow. Hello, Tennessean. I have a feeling I might know who you are. But yeah, we're going to... I don't want to revisit the library today. We checked on a couple of other places last time, like the water drop that filled up the puddle, and the white crystal room, and the face, and those hadn't changed last time. We're going to forego checking on those this time, and we're going to go straight down to the Hall of Eternity and pick up some items. Like I was saying, if we get books, right? So Moby Dick ticked off like 2 whole days, and it was over 1,000 pages, 1,500 pages, something like that. If we find another big book like that, or a couple books that add up to that much, we might be able to burn enough time to get down under 300 days. If we get under 300 days, then I'll be a little encouraged to go check out a couple more places in the cave just to see if a 100-day mark changed anything. I really feel like it's got to, right? Like 100 days is very significant, but then again, kind of to your point earlier, that might be the point of the game, is just to be disappointed by certain things and then to be surprised by the unexpected. At least at the beginning. The unexpected things were the best surprises. This whole experience has given me a new appreciation for loading bars, and we don't see them as often anymore with solid state drives and and cleverly disguised loading screens in video games. You don't get the little ticking bar loading across your screen anymore for very many things. But now I can just imagine its journey. Trying to like align myself with the, I guess it's this way. Yeah, there we go. You can just imagine the loading bar's journey across the screen. In fact, I would be okay with any loading bar that just put the shade up above it and just had him slowly walk. I would just feel so much more centered and patient. Yeah, there are a couple clips like this one on the right. Like, I wonder if that's just a red herring. How could there be so many things that changed within the first 14 in-game days and so little in the last 70? Unless those are meant to be just a little snack, just a little bit of a, you know, something to goad you in, something to be like, okay, things do happen in this game, and now you need to be more patient. The game wasn't, I mean, from the outset, the game doesn't appear to have been designed for you to just turn it on, get the story, play for a day, and then come back in 400 days. Like, that isn't really the case. There are lots of opportunities for us to speed time up, but now that we've done that some, I'm worried that we shouldn't do that more. We'll be taking away more of our time that we need to use to try to get out. There's probably going to be a balance. There's probably, like, you know, I'm hoping that we don't miss a puzzle for too long and then run out of time, because now, you know, we're thinking about leaving, and if we're thinking about leaving the cave, then, I mean, we still have to find out how. Guaranteed, however we do it is going to involve waiting, like the mushroom, I'm assuming. But how long we wait, I don't know. He's done a pretty good job of kind of like self-narrating to us about how long things seem like they're going to take. The mushroom is the first, which makes me not confident in it, but the mushroom is the first thing that we've really tried where he hasn't said, you know, this seems like it would grow big within 60 days. No clue makes me a little antsy about it. But also, it's almost guaranteed that whatever solution is going to require us waiting and then getting on the game rather, and fulfilling that at a certain time before the 400 days runs out. Because I bet that if we just let the 400 days run out, the next time we load the game up, we'll have an in-game scenario. And I guess I would be okay with that if we never solved the puzzle, but I will be disappointed that we didn't figure it out. I don't yet feel like there's something staring us in the face, but I felt that way before. And we've investigated that map plenty. Nothing's changed on it. Nothing goes, it goes up to the door. We never did use the Matic on the glass. We do have 2 Matics now. At this point, any suggestions are as good as any thoughts that I would have too, so if anybody has any suggestions for things you'd like for me to try, I will take them into consideration. But we're going to try what we have available to us at any given time. That's what we've done so far. And it served us well up through last stream. And again, last stream was pretty uneventful. Aside from, I believe we went to the Hall of Eternity and got some more items, and I did not get a chance to go to the Hall of Eternity after that, like I thought that I might, to burn some more time, or rather, burn some more time, to get some more items. Literally the opposite of burning some more time, considering it freezes time while you're in there. We don't come into this room very often, so whenever we're here, I always look back over at the map to see if anything looks at all different. It's apparently never ending. I was very glad to find out the second time that we went in that the Hall of Eternity just starts over, so you still get an item pretty quickly. You get about an item every minute of walking in, but then you have to walk back out again. And again, we kind of, did the hypothetical math on that to say, you can walk in for a minute and then walk back out, walk back in for a minute, walk back out. You're still spending just as much time as if you just commit 5 minutes in and then you have to walk 5 minutes back. So you just might as well decide on your way in how long you're going to spend in there. Oh no, we haven't beaten it yet. And I've been avoiding spoilers, at least story spoilers and puzzle spoilers for the most part up through now. Can't say it's not tempting to look some stuff up, but right now we're just still trying to figure out what to do next, and we're only 98 in-game days into the 400-day ordeal. In our home, when we're AFK, we get about 9 times speed, and when we play music, we can get up to, if we light a fire and play music, we get 12 times speed, maybe more. You left him in there for hours. Did you watch it and pick up items while he was in there for hours, or did you just let him go? Because he probably walked past a ton of stuff if you weren't picking it up. Good to know that we probably shouldn't just let him go for hours, because he's got to turn back around and walk back out for that long. How long do we want to commit? Let's see what we pick up in the first 5 minutes, and then we'll decide if we want to do another 2 to 5 minutes. I don't really want to spend more than 15, 20 minutes in there. Seems RNG. Yeah, the first time we went in, I felt like we were getting something about once per minute. The second time we went in, I did feel like there were a couple times where it was a little bit longer in between. So fingers crossed on us getting a few both useful items, but also getting them without having to wait too long in between. We could pick a number of items that we want to commit to get as well, but if we do the minute math, I'm still thinking somewhere between 5 and 10. 10 if it's we're only getting paper. Paper's great, but I'd like to get some books. Excuse me, hiccups. If we find more furniture, that's also cool. That's almost like finding paper because it's more decoration for our home. But those books are pretty nice. It's like finding those books is kind of like finding rare candy for a Pokemon. It's like, burn it off right now. Knock some grinding off of my near future. And we were talking about the sulfur fire earlier. And the first time that we burned the sulfur fire and he freaked out because it was so stinky in his home that he's like, I have to get out of here. And if you don't do anything, he walks away. And it's like it triggers the walk to a random place command. But he went somewhere that was where we needed to be. And that really cemented, well, that was like a weird effect that happened there. I don't know if you saw that, like the coal burst into two pieces. Anyway, it just kind of cemented in my head that that might be a thing. And I just can't stop thinking about how that might be a way to get a clue. Well, we're here. Get 5 things and then reassess how much further we want to go. I think we've read this multiple times. Just as only a fool, yeah, tries to reach the end of eternity. Here we go. You fools ready? This fool's ready. We're not going to try to reach the end of eternity, but we will pitter patter in here for a bit. If the items are good, stay longer. Yeah, if we get a good conversation going too. I don't want to burn up your evening staring at a white screen. But if we can make a productive time out of his journey into the Hall of Eternity, that would be awesome. There's a piece of paper. So I know Strat is from Sweden. What parts of the world are some of you others from? Like I mentioned earlier in the stream, I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm assuming that Mr. V in Tennessee is also from Nashville, but I could be wrong. Could be a coincidence. I mentioned to some of my friends that I'd be streaming tonight, so they might be one of them. Tempted to try to walk the hall with eyes closed? Do you mean like you yourself? Like just kind of like meditate to the sound of him barefoot walking? Nice. We just got word today. Well, we've been knowing for days that we need to stay indoors, but we just got word today officially from the mayor that was just like, hey, stay indoors. Can you make his eyes close? I don't think so, right? Interesting. If that's a spoiler, I haven't run into it. So let's keep up with some stuff. Let's see. I'm gonna pull up a list here. Paper ×1. I forgot to check the time when we walked in. I think we've been in here for like 2 minutes. It's another piece of paper. Paper ×2. But yeah, I don't plan to go anywhere except for work when it's ultimately necessary, which right now we have a couple days that are going to be necessary to try to help people work from home from my day job. So I've got to help with that. And then after that, I'm not sure, if we'll work from home or not, but aside from going out for groceries, which again, we're stocked for like a week here, at least. I don't plan on going anywhere, doing much more than staying home. Who knows, maybe we'll do some extra streams. Particularly if you guys are in need of some entertainment, if you happen to be home a little bit more often lately than you normally would be. Getting a lot of paper. I mean, it's not bad. It's more art that we can make in our room. We'll go back and make some art after this, that's for sure. Make some more like 5-color art, since the last 5 that we did were all single color pictures of lice. Just because he likes lice for some reason. We got an achievement out of that. In fact, while this is going to, let's check. Achievements, 68%. We've earned 17 out of 25 achievements. Are there any that are not secret? There are several more. I guess I'll read them. They don't seem spoilery. I guess one of these days, let me make sure I'm not missing. Okay, if we see something come up, let me know. I can kind of see it. So I'll read out some of these other achievements that we don't have yet. Birthday, at least my birthday will be a bit sooner. Doesn't tell you what, you know, how to get that. The end of longing, when will my longing end? Secret tower. Don't know what that is. Becoming darkness. Bed. I have a feeling I know what bed is. Leaving darkness. Never-ending notebook. And the cave. So these are all things that have been referenced already. Welcome back to the light. You can kind of see probably on the reflection on me that when I bring up the Steam window, it gets a little darker, and then whapa! Another paper. 4 paper in a row. See what I mean? It has seemed like it's been one thing per minute so far. This is the 4th thing. Then we need to decide at number 5 if we want to keep going any longer. And I think I literally said if we get like a bunch of paper, we might just still want to get like a couple more things. So I'd like to come out of here with at least 2 books. 2 books would be nice. And even 2 books, if they're just short fables or poems, then we still might not be able to burn off the more than a day and a half that we still have before we get under 300. Hall of Eternity should have a night mode. It's another rug. Or carpet. Walk a little further and pick it up. Carpet. So I don't know how much of a multiplier any of these are in particular. Oh, cat. But can't hurt, I guess. Kind of going back to what we were talking about before. Are we shooting ourselves in the foot by making our room more comfortable to pass time more quickly? Because at a certain point it'll go so quickly that we'll be risking missing critical things that we need to be aware of happening. Hi! We might get a visitor. Come here. If you come over, you can get some attention. Come on. Come on. Come on over. Yeah. Come on. Say hi, look up here. Look up here. He's a good boy. Come here. My desk is glass, so he's just standing on glass. That can't be comfy. In most games, you can't hang out with your cat while you play. This game affords that luxury. For anyone who hasn't met him, this is Mr. Miyagi. He is 16 years old. He has one eye. You can see some excellent artistic representation of him in my channel art. Yeah, I've been looking out for possibly running across more items. We didn't get one in the last couple minutes, did we? That was after a 5th item. It's been 7 minutes now. Let's go for another 3 minutes at least, and then turn around. That'll be 10 minutes in, and then we got 10 minutes back out. I feel like maybe we did have something similar happen on the second time in. Like we grabbed some stuff and then it got further and fewer between. But yeah, Mr. Miyagi had a little bit of a health crisis back in December, right before Christmas. He had some liver issues and he got some excellent medical care. And about halfway through January, he was back to his usual self, right as rain. Took him a little while to get better there at the beginning of the year, but now he weighs a little bit more now than he's weighed in a long time. He's super vocal. He's been getting really spoiled for the last couple months, more so than he's gotten in the last couple years too, but you know, it kind of makes you think about the time that you spend with your pets when they have something medical come up and, you know, you almost lose them. Then you're like, you know, am I doing enough for them? So he's gotten quite a bit of attention. He's gotten some new toys. He's gotten a little bit better food. He's the greatest. He's super comfy too. Oh, it's another piece of paper. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're okay, you're okay. Gotta use my hand for a second. I'm gonna pick up this paper. Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't climb my shirt. Don't put holes in my nice new shirt. We're about a minute away from 10 minutes in, and all we've got so far is paper and carpet. I really wanted a couple books. Anybody else out there playing Animal Crossing? Or Doom? I picked up Animal Crossing. I didn't pick up Doom. Yet. I have more paper? I have a ton of friends playing Animal Crossing, so that appealed to me a little bit more right away. And playing that alongside my friends has been really fun, seeing what they've been doing. They've been having a lot more like multiplayer network fun. All right, that's our 10 minutes. And we've got 7 items in 10 minutes, so interesting. A little bit further. Ah! Mr. Miyagi loves you too. Turn this way. Say hi. Maybe you can hear him purr. Meow. Anybody have the eternity is rather overrated? Maybe that's what he says after 10 minutes in here. Just considering that we've just only gotten paper. Thanks for the subscription. You know, you are my first subscriber, which means a lot to me. I don't know if you are, if you knew that you're my first subscriber. I've been able to have subscribers since, oh, it's a book. Since December, but I haven't had anybody bite yet. Sucker! Thank you very much for a subscription. It means a lot, Joe. All right, we did get a book. See, now this is how they get you, right? I'm tempted to go further just got to keep up with the time, right? We're 11 minutes in. I mean, another option would be... Oh, thank you. Another option would be that we go whole hog for a bit longer into the Hall of Eternity, picking up items, and then I just mute it and tell him to walk home, and then we switch over to the second game. But we wouldn't really be able to check anything else before we're done. And then again, we don't have a whole lot of plans to check anything else. Well, we got one book. That was the other thing. I was kind of hoping we get 2 books and then read them and get down under 300. I did mention that a couple times. Do we just want to go until we get another book? What if it's forever? Buzzball. He is shedding. He's shedding so much. Hey, bud. Daw. I was hoping he would lay down, we could turn on the cat cam, but I guess the main cam is the cat cam now. I need to check out some of my emote options and my like cheer badge options. I did update some of them, but I need to make sure that I get something in there for all of them, because right now we just have like 2 emote options. And one of them is Mr. Miyagi, which you should have access to now if you would like to try out the Mr. Miyagi emote. Paper. 13 minutes in. I did say that we would go between 8 and 9. Woo! See that, buddy? You're blue. He cares not for the digital world. But no, yeah, he's been a super sweetie for the last couple months. I mean, he always has been. But he went through phases of, like, sleeping under beds and stuff like that and being a real loner. Alright, buddy, you're getting really warm. I'm gonna need to put you down and probably cut my viewership in half. Say bye-bye. I'll turn on the cat cam for a sec. Ah, he got up. Kind of bumped it on his way up here, didn't he? He may lay down there. Did I walk past that piece of paper? I did. Yeah, I'll get it. But yeah, if he lays down, we'll turn the cat cam back on. Nine pieces of paper. All right, one more piece of paper or one more book. Then we turn around and head back, and we'll make it back before too long. We have tons of potential for art now. So one more piece of paper, we'll have 10, or one more book. If we find more furniture, that'd be great too. You know, I was kind of thinking about sports. I'm not a big sports guy, so I haven't been paying attention to which sports have been closed, probably all of them, regarding everything that's going on right now. But I feel like certain sports you could still do without too much of an issue. Like, couldn't you still race? Couldn't you still have NASCAR? I mean, you can't have people in the crowd. Maybe that's part of it. Maybe that's a big part of the income. Oh, and then there's a pit crew that all have to stand together. Yeah, maybe not. World Series poker, you know, that could be done online. A lot more is going to be converted over to esports this year, that's for sure. A lot of people's incomes are going to be converted over to e-work this year, that's for sure. Anybody else working from home when you didn't previously work from home? I know there's a lot of people right now that can't work because their job doesn't have a digital equivalent, and you know, my heart goes out to you guys. I've been trying to reach out as much as I could. He's trying to visit us again. I really appreciate your company, buddy, but you're super warm. You can come over onto the desk. Yeah, people have been furloughed and laid off. Like, that's... I've been laid off before. I know that that could be a real pain on you and your family. And so I've been trying to reach out and find friends that have side gigs, who make art, who make... who perform, who do things online, who stream, just so that I can find my different avenues that I could support them, especially as time goes on. You know, once a week or so, I'm going to want to find some new, you know, find some more of my friends that I haven't supported before and show them some digital love. Your work now is streaming. Well, I mean, if you can make an income from it, there's our one piece of paper. So here we go, turning back around. Let's do it this way. Let's say head home. Where are you going, buddy? I feel like he wants to lay down on the keyboard. Oh no, he wants to rub his head on the microphone. Hi. This is fine. This would not be fine under most other games, so I'm gonna let you get away with this right now. How about up here? A lot of attention tonight. Yeah, I feel like a lot of people are converting over. Whoa, that's my mouse. No, 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 no. Walk home. Move the mouse. Move it away. Well, click away from this. He wants to play. Come here, bud. Come back over to this side. Over here. It's like he doesn't want to turn around, like he thinks he doesn't have much space. You have enough space. You're just gonna push my mic all the way over? But I encourage you, if you have work still, find those friends that that make art and support them. Hey, David. Yeah, we got a little bit of one going on. We're probably about half hour, maybe less, away from switching over to another game tonight, which I have on the docket, Factorio. I'm kind of tempted to go back to RimWorld as well, but that's what we had on our Wednesday docket. Come here. No, don't step on the keyboard. You can't step on keyboard. There you go, bud. Thanks for the follow, David. We've been checking in on the following prior to streams for the last like 2-3 weeks since the game came out that week. The first stream or two, well, I did an extra stream, so the first couple streams we just played The Longing for like 4 hours each. But since then, we've been checking in for an hour or two prior to switching over to a second game. So Factorio was going to be the game for tonight. We're still working on expanding that game in the post-end game mega base way of playing. I don't know how much longer I'm going to go on Factorio either. It's kind of winding down. All right, buddy. You can't possibly be super comfy right there. I know you want on my chest again, but I promise that later we'll have another snuggle before bed. Maybe when it's a little bit cooler in here, because right now it's pretty hot, and he is a heat machine. And pop this open.